Tuliram Ronghang elected as president of ABA. ASDC held 7th General Conference. BJP readers distribute leaflet letters. Good morning and welcome to Dailycast News. I'm Midang Kramsapi and now the stories in detail. CEM of Karbing Autonomous Council became the newly elected working president of Assam Badminton Association.
On 26th of August 2020, CEM of Karbing Autonomous Council, Mr. Tuliram Ronghang, has been elected as the new working president of Assam Badminton Association during the annual general meeting of Assam Badminton Association held at Assam Badminton Association office, Kanaklata Indoor Stadium, Guwahati. The meeting was attended by Mr. Omar Rasid, Secretary of Assam Badminton Association, Treasurer Mr. Badan Chandra Bora, Mr. Pradeep Hazarika, Senior Vice President, and other newly appointed members of Assam Badminton Association.
ASDC Lumbajong Constituency Committee held its 7th General Conference at ASDC Central Committee Office, Diphu.
ASDC Lumbajong Constituency Committee held its 7th General Conference at ASDC Central Committee Office, Diphu on 26th of August 2020. The program started with hosting of party flag by President of ASDC Lumbajong Constituency Committee, Mr. Diphu, followed by homage to martyrs led by Ramsingh Togbi. The meeting was presided over by Mr. Borsing Timung. Inaugural speech was given by AX-MLA Mr. Hemsing Tiso, and the draft of the meeting was placed by Sarsing Tiso. The meeting was attended by current ASDC Central Committee President Mr. Chandrokanto Terang, Vice President Mr. Chomangkro, Sona Singh Terang, Public Security Secretary in Charge Mr. Daniel Teron, Finance Secretary in Charge Mr. Sanjoy Keling, KSA Central Committee President Mr. Jamson Temung, KNCA President Marina BP, and other dignitaries. Report from Diphu correspondent Thang Beng Ling.
BJP President of EKADC and Medical EM of Karbing Autonomous Council distributed leaflet letters of present Prime Ministers of India and Chief Ministers of Assam from successfully completing their tenures.
On 26th of August 2020, Mr. Dhonsing Teron, President of BJP East Karbing District Committee and Medical EM of Karbing Autonomous Council, Mr. Khonsing Rongpi, distributed the leaflet letters of PM Narendra Modi and CM of Assam, Mr. Sarbananda Sonowal, for completing 6 years of tenure as PM and 4 years of tenure as CM, respectively. They also distributed facial masks and hand sanitizers. Later, President of East Karbing District Committee and Medical EM of KAAC interacted with several villages regarding the development of BJP government. Mr. Bhaskar Hendik, Vice President of BJP EKADC, Mr. Sarsing Phankyo, General Secretary of BJP EKADC, Mr. Madhuram Lekhe, Secretary of BJP EKADC, Mondal President Mr. Ramayan Chauhan, office bearers, and several PS members took part in the program. Report from Diphu correspondent Thang Beng Ling.
Let's take a short break. Stay with us.
Langni TVS, Rongkhelan, opposite of DIG Bungalow, Diphu Mancha Road, Diphu Karbing Assam. Deals with all kinds of TVS bikes and scooters. Parts as well as sales and services are available. Finances are also available. For more details, contact 6000492143. Email langnemotors@gmail.com.
Welcome back. Mahamaya BJP Block Mandal Committee held a meeting at Diphu.
Around 12:30 p.m. on 26th of August 2020, under 15 Nong Mahamaya Constituency, the BJP local committee held a meeting at Diphu Lee Green Hotel for strengthening the forthcoming 2021 Assam Assembly election. In the meeting, all the presidents and secretaries of 31 PS local committees under Mahamaya MEC constituency were attended and discussed regarding the strengthening of MLA election which will be held by 2021. Mr. Lungsing Teron, the MEC of Mahamaya constituency, attended as chief guest, and Mr. Orson Rongpi, VDC chairman, attended as the guest of honor. Ex-VDC chairman Mr. Longsing Togbi, ex-district committee member Mr. Sukuram Bey and other dignitaries were also attended in the meeting. Report from Diphu correspondent Hawraghat.
Dulamara KSA branch under Kaziranga KSA District Committee reshuffled its body.
On 26 of August 2020, Dulamara KSA branch under Kaziranga KSA District Committee reshuffled its body. The meeting was presided over by Mr. Santosh Rongpi and chaired by Darsing Singer. Mr. Midarsan Togbi and Mr. Angelson Teron were appointed as the President and the General Secretary respectively in the said program. The meeting was attended by Mr. Thompson Rongpi, General Secretary of KSA Central Committee, Assistant General Secretary Mr. Atur Singh Teron, Mr. Longkiri Inti, Finance Secretary and other KSA leaders. Report from Hawraghat LAC correspondent Vishnu Lekhe.
Kaziranga District Committee dan Pakir Ki Bonsi Bini Dalamara Warlong Nedung Dalamara War Kucut Kali Al Diring Dalamara Lokojan Kakojan Cekso Pen Nedung Cingrum Pet Pen Branch Bini Seng Bolo Laso
3 persons from Congress joined BJP at Hawraghat LAC Mandal Committee.
3 persons from Congress joined BJP at Hawraghat LAC. Mr. Dhonsing Teron, President of BJP East Karbianglong District Committee, Medical EM of KAAC, Mr. Khonsing Rongpi, Mr. Bhaskar Handik, Vice President of BJP East Karbianglong District Committee, Mr. Sarsing Rongpi, General Secretary of BJP East Karbianglong District Committee, Mr. Madhuram Lekhe, Secretary of BJP East Karbianglong District Committee, and several Hawraghat BJP leaders welcomed them. The 3 persons who joined BJP from Congress said that they joined the BJP political party by seeing the truthfulness and development that BJP is doing till date. Report from our correspondents.
That's all for today. Keep watching Dailycast News.